Ethan Ampadu, I've watched you from afar for a while. Not in a stalker way. I was a big fan of your dreads and the way they flowed down to your shoulders. Your strong Welsh accent and the fact that you seem like you've been playing professional football for 10 years and you're only 19. And now you're finally ours. Well, for one season. So let's see what the Prince of Wales has to offer. I'm so excited about this one. Lads, welcome to a new video. And yesterday, Sir Christopher of Wilder unveiled 3 new signings. Not 1, not 2, but 3. 2 of them we already knew about a fair few days before they happened. But the 3rd, I only heard about it yesterday morning. And I was thinking, nah, that's not going to happen. We're not going to get him. Because Ethan Ampadu is a Chelsea young superstar. And I thought Frank Lampard was all about the young homegrown players. Tomori, Mount, Abraham, Reece James. And then I remembered he only cared about the young homegrown players when Chelsea were in a transfer ban. He's now replaced Tomori with a 35-year-old Thiago Silva. He's replaced Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham with 2 German-born superstars. And I'm pretty sure someone will come in at right back soon to replace Reece James. Anyway, Frank's loss is our gain because Ethan Ampadu is an absolute star in the making. And when I saw someone leak a photo of him last night, I was absolutely buzzing. Obviously, I was happy about Bogle and Lowe as well, but we'd been hearing about them for days and days and days, and it eventually happened. We just knew all about it. But Ampadu was something a little bit special that we weren't really expecting. Kind of like the Ravel signing from last season, but I'm sure Ampadu is going to do a little bit better. He's one of the most respected young players in the whole country. And even though he hasn't played too many times for Chelsea, he's played a whopping 15 times for Wales, the senior squad. And he's still only 19. Anyway, let's crack on with what do we know about Ethan Ampadu. Well, his full name is Ethan Kwame Colm Raymond Ampadu. Excellent name. Again, he's only 19, he's 6 foot tall, and he was born in Exeter, not Wales. And he's the son of ex-Arsenal, West Brom and Swansea City midfielder Kwame Ampadu. Nah, bet you didn't know that, did you? Well, never did I. When it comes to teams that he's played for and games that he's actually played in, his career stats are a bit sparse. Because the most games he's played for a football club came in 2016-17 season for Exeter City before he signed for Chelsea. He played 8 games for the Grecians before being snapped up by Chelsea. And since then, he's only played 1 Premier League game for Chelsea, coming on as a sub against Huddersfield in 2017. In 2018, he signed a contract to keep him at Stamford Bridge for a further 5 years. But then was sent out on loan to German side RB Leipzig, because he was kept out by players that took Leipzig all the way to the semi-final of the Champions League, eventually beaten by Paris Saint-Germain. And we can understand a player not getting a game because he's been kept out by players in front of him playing so well. All that being said, as I alluded to earlier, he's played 15 times for the Welsh national side, which is more senior appearances than he's made in his whole career combined. So what's he going to bring to his time at Bramall Lane? First of all, he's very, very versatile, which Chris Wilder loves. He can play central centre-back, he can play right centre-back, he can play defensive midfield, he might even be able to play right wing-back or right side of that central midfield. And the main reason for this is he's so comfortable on the ball, he can play anywhere. Like I just said, he's excellent on the ball, he never panics, and he loves knocking them diagonal balls to the wings, which I'm sure George Baldock or Andy Stevens will be loving. Or Jayden Bogle or Max Lowe. And when I heard that we were interested in him, straight away I thought of the overlapping centre-back role, kind of on the right-hand side, because obviously he's right-footed. And he's got all the attributes to do that job very, very well. And I'm sure after a few weeks at Shirecliffe, he'll kind of pick up the way that we play, because he's such an intelligent footballer. However, Leipzig played him in the central centre-back role because they play 3 centre-backs too. He kind of played in kind of a Conor Cody way for Wolves, where he picks the ball up and hits them diagonal balls. And obviously because he's great on the ball, he can just pick out passes anywhere he wants. And obviously the other 2 centre-backs can push on forward. So we don't exactly play that way. John Egan is more kind of like a get the ball, pass the ball type of player and get stuck in. But he could play there if Egan's not fit or suspended or something like that, and it could add a little bit of a different dimension to the way that we play. And it can also offer that cover for us at defensive midfield, because it's looking like Sander Berge is really enjoying playing on that right side of kind of the two midfielders. So maybe he might play Ampadu in kind of the Ollie Norwood role, because obviously he can spray a pass, he can get stuck in, he's obviously very, very good at the defending as well. The only negatives I can really think of are maybe he's kind of lightweight, he's not kind of a big strapping centre-back, which is what we've got at the moment. And maybe he won't put his body on the line like some of the lads are doing at the moment, but I could be wrong. And some Chelsea fans have said when he does play centre-back, he can get slightly complacent because he's so comfortable on the ball. He could get caught out every now and then. But 99% of the Chelsea comments are really positive. So what are Chelsea fans saying about Ampadu? Now, not one Chelsea fan that I've seen up to now doesn't think that he has the potential to be great. I think the biggest worry for them at the moment is he's just not getting first team football. And with him coming to us, and us having a better defence than Chelsea last season, it might be a little bit of a struggle for him to get into our team. Now, I'm not under any illusions that our defence is going to be better than Chelsea's again this season. It could be, but they have brought in Thiago Silva to bolster the defence, and he's really going to help some of the young centre-backs at Chelsea. But Ampadu might struggle just as much to get into our defence than the Chelsea defence. And that's what a lot of the Chelsea fans are saying at the moment. He needs first team football, and if we can't offer it, it's going to be a pretty bad move for Ampadu. Some fans are even saying that he should have gone to a team like Fulham or West Brom or someone like that, because our defence is so strong, it's going to be really difficult to force his way in there. But an injury, a suspension, or even if he plays really, really well in training, Wilder will see that and Wilder will give him a chance. But the problem with that is, unless defenders are making really, really bad errors, you're probably not going to change your defence. Whereas up front, if a striker's not scoring goals, or even if they are scoring goals, you can still bring a striker on to change it up a little bit. You wouldn't do that in the defence, would you? So the general consensus from Chelsea fans is that it's an excellent move for Ampadu if he gets the game time. And as a Blades fan, I completely agree with that. If we can't offer him game time, there's no point in him really being there. But if he's forced his way into the team, he's obviously deserved it. But like my video yesterday about Bogle and Lowe, there's not been any negativity whatsoever about Ampadu. And I am so excited to see him play. I hope he gets a chance. And I'm also really excited to see where Wilder's going to play him, because I think really early on into kind of training and stuff, Wilder will know where he'll want to play Ampadu. Maybe a game or two, he might kind of try him in different roles, but I think he'll know from the outset where he's going to play him. So I'm really excited to see him at Bramall Lane. But let's just hope that Chris Wilder gets a striker or some sort of attacker through the door before the start of the season. Brewster Watkins. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the signing. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and stay good, Nick.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. Yeah. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Right. Yeah, there was us on a tour bus. Yeah. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. We are the boys from Shore.